Lucy's Kitchen, it's Lucy's Kitchen. She's Lucy and she's got a kitchen. Lucy's Kitchen.
And now that we've got your attention, let's cook. Hi there. Welcome to Lucy's Kitchen. I'm Lucy, and this is my kitchen. Today we're going to make Tuscan chicken with fennel and olives. This is an elegant, beautiful dish that's perfect for entertaining, and it's easy enough to make anytime for just you and your family. If you're entertaining friends and you have quite a group, you can easily double this recipe. And if it's just you and, well, just me and my husband, we usually cut the recipe in half, and we enjoy it fairly frequently. Tuscan chicken is just filled with marvelous savory flavors. There's no onions in this, surprise, surprise. I usually am chopping quite a few onions, but there's plenty of garlic. So we're going to use this garlic whole. In fact, there's 10 cloves of garlic in here. I've got one more that I'm going to show you how to peel. And these are all smashed. I've pre-smashed them. And we're just going to use them just like that. I'm going to smash one, all right? And then it's very easy to just remove the peel. And there you go. There's a nice clove of smashed garlic. Now, smashing it means that more of the garlic flavor will get out into the dish. But leaving them whole means that these garlic cloves are going to become beautiful and sweet, like a really good roasted garlic. You might want to pick them out of your plate later and smear them on a good piece of bread. The next thing we've got are olives. Now, I'm doing a combination of black and green olives. I have Kalamatas, and these are some Italian green olives. I happen to like pitted olives, but you can make the dish with olives with pits. It's totally fine. Even if you use pitted olives, though, tell your guests to watch out. Every now and then, a pitted olive will still have a little bit of a pit in it, or even a whole pit. And I can guarantee if there's a pit, it's going to end up on my husband's plate. We've got lemon juice, plus we've got whole lemons. Now, we've cut a lemon into 8 thin slices, and this is just going to go into the dish just this way. If your lemon has a lot of seeds, just use the point of your knife and pull them out of there, because we don't really want the seeds. We've got chicken broth. This is a very good quality chicken broth that I made myself. And olive oil and some hot pepper. And then we're going to sprinkle everything with some smoked paprika. The chicken can be any kind of cut up chicken. It's you can have a couple of chickens and just cut them into pieces. And I personally, though, I want to use chicken thighs. Now, these chicken thighs are bone in with the skin on. They have a lot of flavor. The skin helps keep them moist, and it actually gets very crispy in this dish. They cook evenly because they're all the same kind of piece of chicken, so you're not going to end up with one dry piece and one that's kind of undercooked. They're all going to cook around the same. They're beautiful to serve because they look great on a plate. And so that's why I've chosen chicken thighs. But if you're not fond of thighs, you can use something else, like just a whole chicken. I really recommend trying the thighs, though. In my opinion, dark meat has better flavor. And leaving the bone in and the skin on really helps this dish just give up all of its incredible juiciness. It just melds together in this marvelous, marvelous fashion. Now, one of our more important ingredients, if not our most important ingredients, is the fennel. Now, some people have never had fennel. Fennel is also known as anise, and it's a very Italian ingredient. You probably have heard of fennel seeds. Usually Italian sausage, that's the distinctive characteristic of Italian sausage, is fennel seeds. So if you think about that, but the fennel itself isn't quite as strong as the seeds. And when it roasts, it's going to just become very, very mellow and beautiful. And it's fairly easy to work with. In fact, you see it's got all these stems. Well, we're going to cut them off for this dish. I think I need a sharper knife. But I'm going to save them because I'm going to make these into an apple and fennel slaw later on. These are, you can definitely eat them, but I prefer to eat these raw. The fennel itself is a bulb, and I grow this in my garden, and I've never ever gotten anything quite so big. So it's amazing. I don't know how it's done, but then again, I'm not really a farmer. So the way we cut it up, we're going to want to have a lot of little slices like that. So we're going to cut it down the middle, and I'm going to cut it down the middle where the narrow side is being cut, and just kind of work your knife down in there. Okay, and then I'm going to trim a little bit of the stem away. Now this stem, we're going to leave some of it on to hold it together, but I'm going to cut away some of the hard part. And, you know, not too much of it. It doesn't really matter. But it'll be a lot more tender without it. Now we have these two beautiful halves. And so now we're going to cut this into a number of pieces. Now this is a pretty big fennel bulb, so I would say it's going to be, it's going to give us 10 pieces. That's 3, and there's 4 and 5. We'll put that in there. Okay. And there you go. Perfect. Now, we might as well start assembling our dish. You probably, I think I'll move this out of the way. Give us a good view of our dish. With this dish, you want to start with the fennel on the bottom of the pan. I'm going to go ahead and just put it all in here and form a bed. This is going to help everything cook evenly, and also it's going to transfer flavor up and down. You'll see what I mean in a second. Then the next layer will be chicken. So we're going to take our chicken thighs and lay them skin side up on the fennel. And you want them to be evenly distributed in the pan. And here. Okay. Now I'm going to take my garlic and just put it right on top of these different pieces. Some of it will fall into the pan and some of it will just be on top of the chicken. Once we put this in the oven, we're really going to ignore it until it's done. Then I've got my lemons, put them on top of the chicken as well. I've got 8 pieces of chicken and 8 lemons. If you have a really big lemon, you could even cut it in smaller pieces. Now what's going to be nice about this lemon is it's also going to roast and mellow along with everything else, and you can actually eat them if you like. And now I've got all of my other ingredients. Well, first, oh no, I'm going to leave the olives until we mix the other ingredients together. So I'm going to just go ahead and put the chicken broth and the olive oil, lemon juice, this is red chili flakes, and salt and pepper. That all goes in there. I'm just going to use a fork. Just mix it up. I want it to be mixed well enough so that when I pour this over the chicken and the fennel, it's fairly well distributed. All the seasonings are nicely mixed together. So there we go, a little there, a little there. And now we're going to take our olives. Let me pull this back. And I'd like to evenly distribute the olives all around. Green and black. They're so beautiful to look at. And the other nice thing is when they cook, they also mellow out, but they give a wonderful flavor to the rest of the dish. That's okay. Now I've got my rosemary. So we don't have to do anything too fancy with this rosemary. What I'm going to just do is take the rosemary leaves off the stem and make sure that they get distributed all over the dish. And you just strip it, and if they're stuck together, just pull them apart and just mush them around. And you've got this incredible smell of rosemary. I can tell you it's crazy good. When you start cooking this, your kitchen's going to smell amazing. And if you make this for friends, they're going to walk in and just think, oh my God, I'm the luckiest person in the world to be eating here tonight. Okay. All right, that's that. Now I've got, looks like I have a little olive oil left. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the top. Let's see. Ooh. Don't want to waste any of that good stuff. I think there's just a little lemon juice. There we go. Waste not, want not. This is smoked paprika. Now, you can use regular paprika if you don't have smoked paprika. That's totally fine. It helps to give a beautiful red color to the dish, but smoked paprika smells smoky, and it helps to make this smell and taste as though it was cooked in a wood oven. So just sprinkle it on evenly. Make sure that everything gets a little bit of it, and just kind of do a good enough job here to, all right, and I think that's beautiful. Now, there it is. We're done. So I'm going to pop this in the oven, and we'll come back when it's finished and take a look at it. This is incredible. It's so beautiful. Oh, and it smells so good. I cannot wait to taste it. This is just, it's better than I even imagined it was going to be. Some chicken. And you can see that the lemon has, it's kind of caramelized. Get some of these beautiful fennel slices, and gotta have the olives, some of this juice, and we want more of that juice. There we go. And I think I will just take my towel, clean that off. Oh, I love it. And here is a nice piece of parsley. Isn't that great? It's gorgeous. And of course, a piece of grilled bread, which is really just the thing for this, to sop up those wonderful juices. Here we go. Tender, completely done through. Really, it's falling off the bones. Get some of the fennel on there too, which is also crazy. Mmm. Delicious. Lemony. Mmm. Savory. Garlicky. I cannot wait to eat this whole thing as soon as this camera is off. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back next time when we share more delicious recipes from my kitchen to yours.